Hi, Jasmine. Your doctor sent you in today to have us assess a little bit about an anxiety problem. I just want to make sure I understand your situation. Now, you're around 28 now, and about 6, 7 months along in the pregnancy, I think.
Yeah. Actually, I'm also working about 30 hours a week.
Oh, okay.
I'm a student part-time, and then I 20 hours a week studying, 30 hours a week working.
Oh, busy life.
Yeah.
Was the pregnancy planned for you?
No. Not at all. Actually, it was, total surprise. I hadn't been with my boyfriend for a year even before I got pregnant. So I felt like kind of scared. I felt like I was a bit of a mess. I think we're wrapping our minds around it and stuff, but it's kind of stressful right now.
So Dr. Dumont has asked us to think about this anxiety problem, but I'm also interested in how you're seeing how you're doing. Like, what's your sense? Do you feel there's a problem emotionally?
I don't know. I'm like I feel more kind of strung out and stressed and stuff. And I'm really tired. I don't know if that's just because of the pregnancy. And like even though I'm really tired, I'm having trouble falling asleep, so.
So are these changes from before you were pregnant?
Yeah.
And are there any other changes going on in how you've been feeling lately? Like at work or school?
Yeah, I can be a worrier. It's not that I don't worry usually, but now when I worry, I kind of freak out, I can't get over it. I can't get out of it.
So when you use the words freak out, Jasmine, can you just give me a little sense of what you mean by that? What you're describing?
Okay, well, recently, for example, there was an incident at my work. I've been helping my manager, and she asked me to come into a meeting and give me my opinion on sales and why things were selling and why they weren't. And I go into the meeting room, and there's someone from head office there, which I hadn't anticipated, but, normally that shouldn't be a problem. And I started to speak, and I just my heart started to pound and my head, I was dizzy, I couldn't think, my mouth got dry, my arms started to feel numb and tingle, and I thought, oh my God, am I having a heart attack? My manager had to, intervene and say basically I'm take over, you go ahead and leave the room. Thank you very much. It was really embarrassing.
These might be some symptoms of a panic attack, but we're going to talk a little bit, if you are okay, and check on some things that we think of as other symptoms when we're looking at anxiety problems. So when you would worry in the past, what kinds of things would you worry about?
Well, I don't know. My mom used to say when I was a little girl, when I would get worried, I would get tummy aches. And I had a bite plate made for me too because I used to grind my teeth at night.
So if we think about it now, what do you find? Are there any changes in your body now when you have anxiety or worry?
My body right now feels a little bit different. I have aches in my shoulders and in my hips, and I've been getting a headache almost every day.
And is that typical for you?
No.
Headaches? So that's new again.
Yeah.
Sort of with this.
Yeah.
And if we look at now, when you think about what you're worrying about, what are the kinds of thoughts you're having, or what are the things you're worrying about?
This.
Yeah,
I'm just worried about, what's going to happen in the delivery room, and, am I doing the right thing now? Am I eating the right thing?
Are there any other situations that you notice that you're having anxiety in?
This baby wasn't planned, so, I just wonder if Mark is, feeling, trapped, or, I'm worried he's gonna go, or is, freaking out about this whole thing. Oh, I've also been really tense with him and like really snappy with him, and so that doesn't help. I think, well, I wouldn't want to stick around. I don't know, this is a bit embarrassing. I mean, I don't know if this is paranoia, but like, I don't feel like going out so much anymore. I avoid the shopping mall. I go when I know it's going to be really quiet. I mean, I know, like, I just feel like people are looking at me all the time, you know? I know people look at pregnant women more, but I don't want it. And it makes me just feel nervous, and I try to avoid it as much as I can.
So one of the things Dr. Dumas and I would be interested to know a little bit more about when we're trying to sort out this anxiety problem for you is sort of what it was like in your family when you were little growing up.
Well, definitely my mom was a worrier. She would find something every day to kind of worry about. Mm-hmm. My dad, well, my birth dad, I mean, they're not together anymore, but okay. He was an alcoholic and also smoked a lot of pot. And I think, well, I know his family has a history of alcoholism and substance abuse. My mom said that there was a history of mental health on that side of the family, but nobody ever talked about it, so I don't really know what that was about.
So how did it go for your mom after your dad left? You said you were around 8?
They split up when I was 8, and then so I didn't see him. I only saw him once a year. My dad was not working and drinking, and so they fought quite a bit when I was a kid. Nothing, you know, no physical violence or anything, but a lot of tension.
Sort of like verbal arguments, shouting, that kind of thing that you would have heard. Another thing I'm curious about is sort of what your mom's pregnancy for you was like, and maybe what you were like as like a baby and a small child.
She says I was a perfect baby. I was pretty shy. I think like it was really hard for me to start school. I fussed quite a bit before preschool, and every time I started a new school.
So not liking to leave mom or to go to something new, that kind of feeling? So another area we always inquire about with women around anxiety problems is whether they've had anything in their past or even recent that they think of as a trauma, something that happened that really happened to them that was quite frightening. Has that occurred for you, something like that?
Probably the most traumatic thing that I had was when I was a kid, and my mom and dad were fighting and screaming, and you know, I used to like cover up my ears with a pillow. I remember that.
To block it out a bit.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how your mom and your stepdad reacted when you told them that you were pregnant now.
2 different ways. My stepdad was, he really likes Mark, and so he thinks we're going to be fine, you know, and so he was really calm and soothing. And my mom panicked, but mostly because she was worried about what my grandma would say, her mom.
Oh, her mom.
Yeah.
Do you have a sense of how you think this could go for you and Mark with the baby coming?
Well, I mean, we're really excited about it. You know, it's a surprise. It's a lot sooner than we were expecting, or you know, we'd never talked about it, to be honest, but now we're really excited about it. You know, but I'm still like, we're also worried about, like, you know, money, and we have no idea really about kids so much, so we have a lot of learning to do, but so it's a bit of both, you know, hopeful and nervous.
Okay. So when you were coming in to see me today, and you said you felt a little nervous about that, understandably, did you have a sense, Jasmine, of what you hoped you might get out of coming to see me today?
I want to find ways to, whatever this new thing is, this like freaking out in this nervous, dry mouth, pounding heart
like
thing.
Like the thing that happened at work?
The thing that happened at work, I want to find ways to deal with that because it's not negotiable, you know, I can't work with that in my life. And, you know, maybe just some reassurance in terms of being able to be a good mom, I guess.
So it sounds like, there are several things here. I mean, you and Mark are both really wanting this to go well, which I think is a good starting point. And you have a lot of stresses, as you've been explaining, but I mean, they're really pretty ordinary stresses for young families. It's something we see and deal with in the clinic here every day. And I'm encouraged that your mom and your stepdad are really in a pretty supportive role with you and Mark, even though they're at a little bit of a distance. So even though this anxiety problem may be coming from a few different sources, so sort of in your life and sort of within your own temperament and biology, I think there's a few places that, that means we'll be able to start to try to intervene and help you feel better.
Okay.